Strong passwords, two-factor authentication, frozen credit files, and other measures can go a long way toward protecting you from identity theft. But many times, thieves will attempt to hack you, subtly tricking you into giving your information away without knowing it. They can approach you by email, text message, phone call, a mobile messaging app, or a pop-up warning on a website. But despite the approach, their goals are the same: to give up your PII, share access to an account, send out a payment, or download malware to your computer or device. Technology has progressed to the point where most electronic things can be spoofed. Email language and sender information can be mimicked, fake websites created, and to an extent, phone numbers can be spoofed. Fortunately, with some awareness of the threats and a healthy dose of skepticism, you can avoid inadvertently giving away the keys to your own financial security. The full breadth of different kinds of scams are beyond what we're able to cover in this video, especially since they are always evolving. Generally speaking, if you receive communication from someone unknown to you, by whatever means, it is best to avoid opening any attached files or clicking on any links provided. Some of the examples of the bait scammers will use include the offer of a prize, refund, or coupon, or a warning that your computer is at risk. It could be an email that there's a problem with one of your accounts and your payment information needs to be updated, or it could be a fake invoice, or notice that the IRS is auditing you. For electronic communications, there are some potential clues you should watch out for: typos or poor grammar, a generic greeting, an email sent from an unrelated web domain, and invitations to click on links, open an attachment, or call a toll-free number. More advanced scammers can mimic email from a familiar source, like Netflix or your bank, to appear legitimate. So checking the sender's exact email address and not the sender's header name may give you a clue. If you get a professional-looking email supposedly from your bank's tech support department asking you for remote access to your computer, but the sending email address is banksupport@gmail.com, you know that's not legitimate. Hovering your mouse over any link in an email should also show you the URL where that link will take you, and that can be different from what the link text says. With scammers able to create legitimate-looking emails and websites, you need to have a sharp eye for any telltale signs like these. Scam phone calls are still very common and often come under the guise of technical support for your computer, a debt collector, or even the IRS, supposedly to help you fix a problem that probably doesn't even exist. Regardless of how they contact you or what the gimmick is, scammers will often try to entice you with something too good to be true and create a sense of urgency so that you'll suspend judgment and go along with them. An injury or loss may be threatened if you don't take action. Whether an account of yours may be canceled, your computer could be infected with a virus, or your name will be handed over to a debt collection agency. Be aware that scammers can work together in teams and may reach out to you over time with multiple contacts, progressively asking more from you. It is important, if trying to investigate whether a communication is legitimate or not, that you do not attempt to contact the person or organization with the contact information they provide you, as that information can be spoofed. For example, if the IRS emails or calls you and leaves a way to contact them, you don't respond to that. You go to the IRS website independently, find the correct phone number, and follow it up that way. Many scams go out to a large group of people, but one specific type of scam called spear phishing is much more focused. Spear phishing scams are pre-planned to ensnare a specific person. The scammer may spend time researching information about you, where you live, where you work, what your job is, people you know, etc. This is a good time to consider your digital footprint. What information about me is publicly available if someone were to go looking? Scams can come at you under multiple guises. On the personal front, it may be a budding romantic relationship or a traveling family member who contacts you for money related to some emergency. In a business context, it might be a vendor or coworker contacting you for account information, to request a payment, share a copy of a tax form, or to request computer or network access. Again, it is important to try to independently confirm the identity of the person you're communicating with, especially if that communication is mostly or all electronic. The social engineering scammers use in these situations is specifically designed to build trust and allay suspicions, to manipulate you using fear, bogus urgency, false authority, fake familiarity, or an emotional connection. So be very cautious with unexpected links or attachments, especially from unknown senders. Inspect the sender's email address, as well as the URLs of any links provided. Always try to verify the legitimacy of communication you receive using independent contact information, not what you've been provided. Don't give out any of your bank or credit card information. Don't send payments with gift cards, and don't allow remote access to your computer unless you've ordered that service. Remember, certain organizations only communicate with you in certain ways. For instance, the IRS always corresponds through the mail. They don't call or email you. And if you don't have security software installed on your computer and automatically updating, it's time to put that safeguard in place. Now, if you think that you have been scammed, there are steps you should take immediately. If you've paid a scammer with a gift, credit, or debit card, you may be able to stop the transaction. Contact the gift card issuer, credit card company, or bank right away. Tell them what has happened and see if they can reverse the charges. If you allowed remote access to your computer, first install or update your computer's security software. Then run a scan and delete anything it identifies as a threat. If you shared account credentials, or perhaps entered them on a questionable web page, change your password right away. If you use the same password for other accounts or sites, change it there too, using a strong password as discussed in our earlier video. Finally, for additional guidance on how to respond to suspected identity theft, check out the Federal Trade Commission's resources at identitytheft.gov. Taking the steps in these videos will go a long way towards safeguarding your money and reputation from identity theft. For more help on how you can master your wealth in this area, please reach out to your McKinley Carter financial strategist.